Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is an M44, the Tier 6 American SPG. This one's located on the defending team of Sand River Assault, and it's being commanded by Ram Tough. Now it's a 10-minute battle. They've got to defend the cap from the enemy and avoid being killed in the next 10 minutes to win this game. Now this is the old version of the map, the earlier version of the map. You can see that, yes, it looks quite different than it does now. But it was still an interesting game. It's still basically the same map, but just slightly changed. Still got a 155mm howitzer, capable of 550 alpha and penetrating 39mm of armour. And the enemy has come into sight, and the first target is a Sherman Jumbo. Rounds out. Lands right in front of him, but only does 2 hit points of damage. But what's important is he stunned the guy, and he's picked up a massive amount of stun assist. 591 hit points so far. Okay, he's loaded, ready to go for another one. Fires the round in, but the Sherman Jumbo's already been wiped out by our Jagdpanzer IV. Now, as usual in these battles on Assault, the enemy tries to come in through grid square E0. That is the most favoured approach to trying to win on the Assault game on Sand River. Rounds out the Comet. Direct hit. Right in his front. 187 hit points. Okay, our scouts are on this corner, but they've just met the T-29. It's the best Tier 7 heavy tank in the game. Ram's just a little late with the shot there. Unfortunately, we just lost our Skoda T-40 to the enemy Comet. And that T-29 is still coming on. He fires the round in, but it looks as if it lands behind him. Okay, there's that Cromwell B on the enemy team. T-29 still in that little area. Trying to push south. Our defenders are holding him back for the moment. Lining up a shot. Rounds out on the T-29. He aims it directly behind the T-29. It does land behind him, but only stuns him. We've now got a VK3001P. That was a medium tank back then. It's now a heavy. And he's loaded, ready for another shot. The M44 loads in about 15 to 17 seconds, depending on how good your crew is and what equipment you've got. 250 hit points off that one. The Comet that he hit earlier, and the Cromwell B, who appears to be doing the spotting at the north bank of the river. The VK is hiding in that dip there. T-29 is visible. Ram's going to fire a round in there. He's dialing in, lining up the shot. Rounds out. Looks good. Direct hit. 168. Fires another one in. Another direct hit. 225 this time. That T-29 cannot be having a good time. He can't move further south, because if he does, he's going to get shot at by the T-34-2, I think is on our teams holding him up. Or T-34-85, sorry. We've also got a heavy tank in that vicinity as well. Now this replay comes from 2017, yes, it's a long time ago, pre-HD maps. Gets the kill on the T-29. He tried to come down the riverbed, it wasn't going to work. He was too badly damaged, and Ram was going to make certain of him. Another target coming towards us, a KV-2, and he's rushing down that hill. Beautifully lined up shot, hits the KV2, smacks him for 125. Ram's decided to change position, and sometimes on these games it actually pays to move further west, because although the enemy could come in through the west route, back in those days there wasn't a pass over the top of that rock in F1, and so they had to come around it, and that made it more difficult. But it's much easier for the enemy to come in on the east flank, and therefore you want to be further away from them to ensure that you can keep firing at the enemy. It's going for the VK. Line up the shot, work out where you think he's going to be, fires the round in, and he gets the kill! A blind kill on the VK3001P, very nice. Lining up the shot on the Comet this time. He's loaded. Now wait for him to come into the spot where you need to put the shell. He's umming and ahhing. He's sitting there taking shots at our guys, so Ram puts a shell in there. Only 156 hit points, but it does track him. There's the KV2. Oh, killed before we can get a shot in. It's another kill by our Jagdpanzer IV. He fired at the Comet, thinking the Comet was going to keep going, but he didn't. He stopped suddenly, turned to his left, and turned around to engage our guys. But Ram's reloading quickly. Should be able to get another shot in. Rounds out. And he gets a kill. That's 3 kills now on the Comet. With the Comet. And these guys are continuing to come forward, and they're just going into a killing zone where, yep, that Panther tried to get the kill. Ram's going to fire in. Rounds out. Yes! He got another one. T21 this time. He's tearing them to shreds. T28, the VK2801 rather. One of 3 enemy tanks still remaining on their team. The other 2 are further to the north. This is the furthest one south, and now he's facing that Jagdpanzer IV, who kills him unmercifully. Or mercifully, you might say, I suppose. Okay, there's only 2 enemies left. The T25-2 and an SU-152, both in the north. Ram's waiting for sighting of them. Back then, you could climb up on this rock and shoot further south. There he is. Ram lines him up. Rounds out. Long flight time. Picks up 221 stun assist. The SU-152's been tracked. He's not using his repair kit, which means he probably can't, because he's probably burned it already, and back then there was no cooldown. And the kill shot, well, the kill shot went to the VK3601H on our team, but Ram did get a piece of him. We're now waiting to see that T25-2. There he is. That's the last enemy alive. Tier 7 American turreted tank destroyer. He's on fire. He's burning. And he's gone. And that is the end of the game with 1 minute 27 seconds left on the clock. They've done it. They've won. Let's have a look at the end of battle stats. Well, it's an ace tanker for Ramtough in the M44. He managed to get a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In this one, he managed to get 14. He got a fighter badge for getting at least 4 kills. He got 4 exactly. And no other medals, I'm afraid. But it's an ace tanker, and you cannot deny that he did better than 99% of all the other players who've played this vehicle in the past week. Let's have a look at the team score. Didn't get the highest damage in the game. That actually went to the T21 on the enemy team with 1,903 hit points of damage. The next high score was the VK3601H on Ram's team with 1,783. And then Ram himself managed to get 1,682, which makes him the 3rd highest damage in the game. When it came to kills though, he got the highest number of kills. 4 kills for him, 3 kills for the Jagdpanzer IV, who didn't survive the game, funnily enough. And considering all the kills he managed to get, that guy. And then we've got, after that, it was shared between the AMX 1375, the ISU 122S, and also the SU 152 and the KV2 on the enemy team. When it came to base XP, it was ramped up. He got the highest with 1,182, mainly because of the stun assist he managed to get, as well as the actual damage. 1,041 base to the Panther, and then 761 goes to the MX 1375. Ram fired 21 shots in that game. He got 9 direct hits, 9 penetration, and 7 splash. Damage of 1,682 hit points, all of it at more than 300 meters. He damaged 8 of the enemy, killed 4, and did 1,756 hit points of stun assist off 12 stuns, and that's where he got the ace tanker, because he did so much stun assist. On a free-to-play account, he earned 34,179 credits, and after ammunition resupply, took away 23,574 credits. He received 1,182 base XP, got the same again from personal missions payout, and took away 2,364 experience points altogether. He says it never rains on Sand River. Well, no, it doesn't rain water, but it rains shells, especially if they're Arty shells coming from the defenders on an assault, or from the attackers for that matter. But yes, it does rain. It rains steel, and of course RAM is very good at raining steel on the enemy. If you enjoyed that replay, please give this video a like and do subscribe to our channel, please. And thanks for watching.